doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Yep, rocking and rolling. We have paid Shaq calling from outside of the studio. Shaq, where are you at right now?
I'm in prison, man. I'm at Ken Ross.
Okay. Now, how long are you planning? I mean, you can't obviously plan it, but when are you going to be released?
So hopefully, man, be real soon. Right now, my lawyer working on getting me out there in the next 2 years. So that's what we're waiting on right now.
Okay, Shaq. And where are you from?
I'm from Detroit. It's where Scuzz,
Okay. And were you making music when you were growing up?
Yeah, I was making moves when I was out there.
Music.
Say it one more time, I can't hear you.
Sorry, were you making music when you were growing up?
Oh, yeah, I was making music when I was growing up, yep.
When did you start your music career?
Oh, so I actually started taking, music. Well, at one point, we was just going to the studio young, just rapping, always going to the studio recording music around like 11 or 12, you know what I'm saying? But I've been working on my craft since I was 4 years old, since a kid.
When did you first get into a recording studio? What year was it?
Oh, that was like 2006.
Okay,
like 2006.
So at that time, relatively speaking, it's kind of like the end of like Street Lords and Rock Bottom, and now Doughboys Cash Out are emerging, right?
Yeah, Rhyme Time Doughboys, yeah.
Okay, so were you affiliated with working with any of these artists around that time?
No, I want for Doughboys, no.
Any artists from that era?
No, not for real. I mean, y'all probably don't remember, like, back in the day, it was a rapper, you know what I'm saying, named Pistol Atkins shit from Joy Road. You know what I'm saying? That was somebody who I listened to a lot, who I was affiliated with. We weren't no group and none of that, but we was tight, we from the same hood. Yeah,
Pistol Atkins was on here before. We actually, he was the first person to be on the Gangsta Grills, right? The tape, and they promoted that, so it's pretty cool to hear that you guys got to link up. So what was your progression like in music as far as Detroit? Did you find that you were getting awareness? Did people figure out about you? Were you gaining popularity?
All right, so when I first started doing music, really, bro, it was really most I was in the streets for real. So my fame really came from me being out there in the streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then, yeah.
Okay, and so when you're talking about the streets, how much information can you talk about just to give the audience perspective on like what your lifestyle was like?
All right, so I don't really like the name drop with bro and shit, but one of the bros, you feel me, he had dropped a song, first day out. He was talking about related to money in there, so that's really our came for real. We ended up like growing up, you know what I'm saying, we was in the trenches, you feel me, so we lived a certain way. And what's ultimately ended up in prison. So I don't know if y'all remember the indictment that happened, like 2000, like 15 around that time and stuff, but I ended up getting locked up way before then. We was living in trenches, so I ended up getting caught up in the state. Like a lot of us got caught up in the state, but y'all probably, you know what I'm saying, only heard certain stories about, you know what I'm saying, the mob, you know what I'm saying, through T. For real, but there's a whole bunch of other stories that go behind that as well. So yeah.
So when Tee Grizzley in First Day Out talks about related through money, he's referring to people that you're associated with?
Yeah.
Okay, and kind of expand on that. What is related through money?
Related through money is a little group, you know what I'm saying, that we came up with back in the day when we was kids, around like 2000, I want to say 11, like 10. You feel me? It was something to bring the hood together, bro. My hood, like growing up on Joy Road when I was a kid, bro, my hood stood together. No matter what block you went on, bro, we all was together. I can go in your crib, eat some food, you feel me, chill, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was. So, like, the money came about to kind of, like, bring that hood feeling back, you know what I'm saying? Get everybody united, you know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up in broken homes. We ain't had nobody really protect us, so we had to protect each other, you feel me? So, that's how that came about, bro, bring my hood back together, you feel me?
When you first heard that song, when did you actually first hear the song?
Oh yeah, I actually first heard the song when I was locked up. You know what I'm saying? I already knew he was on his way home and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was in contact. I mean, once he got out, I contacted him and talked to him and stuff. But when he dropped that song, you feel me? I was locked up in here, so You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's right.
It's an interesting line he uses, right? It's like, what you know about related through money, I don't know nothing. I just used to see him walk to the Coney. It's almost like, it's like they're asking him to snitch and he's not snitching, but he's still saying your name he's still saying your group name in the song. So, like, how does that work? Is that like, it's like a positive thing still at the end of the day because he's still showing love to you guys, but at the same time.
I mean, yeah. Oh, for sure, definitely was positive. He basically saying like just so many words. You know how that go. You feel me? At the end of the day, he don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go.
That's interesting. So yeah. How did the sequence of events occur for you to actually end up getting locked up?
Say it one more time.
What was the sequence of events that actually ended up getting you locked up? Like, what happened for you to end up getting locked up?
Oh yeah, man. So basically, like I said, man, you know, we was young. We was living young a while, man. So you know, growing up in that hood, bro, it's really treacherous for real, bro. So make a long story short, without going into detail, you feel me? I was a product of my environment, you know. You know what I'm saying? End up becoming, you know what I'm saying, getting involved. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught up in something that didn't reflect, you know what I'm saying, who I am. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I live and I learn from my mistakes. So I'm elevating, evolving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically what it is.
What year did you have to get sentenced, and what year did you start your prison sentence?
Oh, so I got locked up in 2012.
Okay.
Locked up in 12.
So pretty much it's what was the sentence that they gave you versus when you're expected to get out?
Oh, they ended up giving me 22. They ended up giving me 22 years in 2012. So I've been down 11. You feel me? But right now, they been changing so many laws. And I was a juvenile when I got locked up, bro. I was 17, you feel me? So when they had hit me with the time they hit me with, that's an adult sentence. So you feel me? It was really political for the RTM stuff, for real. Like, they was bringing the RTM stuff up in my courtroom, you feel me? Like, they ain't had nothing to do with the case, and they still was bringing that up. So it really was like on some bias stuff, for real. They got railroaded. They was trying to send a message in so many words. But, yeah, you know, the laws changed. Now the juvenile laws have changed, man, you know, so they bringing us back, man, correcting our senses, man, so we can come home and be with our families.
So you feel like they were using certain things in court that didn't apply to what the actual case was about? Do you feel like the court systems in Detroit, or where was the court? What court was it at? Was it in Michigan?
Yeah, Detroit, Wayne. Yeah, Wayne
Okay.
County,
Do you feel like there's just an unfair system inside of the Detroit law system? Do you feel like there is justice that's normally served, or do you feel like it's generally unfair?
Hands down, man. You know, hands down. I feel like, man, it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, you know, we young. You know, we doing stuff. At the same time, it's like, man, these are people that the people put in place to trust to go about. You know what I'm saying? Everything the right way, but it's still, and yet they over sentences, man. They stack my charges up so crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, yeah, definitely unfair, bro. You know, like, we ain't got no big voices out there that's actually like pushing prison reform for real. You know what I'm saying? That hold us down. Like in New York, you got Jay-Z and all them. You feel me? Pushing prison reform there. We ain't got nobody here with influence. You know what I'm saying? We're actually trying to use their influence to make change. You feel me?
Yes. Right now, since you've been away, you probably aren't aware, but there are people that have been trying to help the situations, like Marvin Cotton Jr., Ned Zeke, and there's a few other guys that are really trying to push on the side of justice in Detroit. So when you get back here, you're going to be able to see a little bit of activists for exactly what you're talking about. Now, you said they're saying you're working on a documentary. Can you kind of walk us through what this documentary is going to be about?
Yeah, so the documentary basically gonna be, see, I was only able to get one song out there, you feel me? So the documentary gonna go into depth and give you more about me, you know what I'm saying? So you can find out really how I grew up and, you know what I'm saying, how all this stuff came about, you know what I'm saying, my life story basically, for real. So it's gonna go in depth and really give people an insight on what's what, you know what I'm saying?
What is the 3 versions of the Mafia, what is it? Proverbs, the Mafia Proverbs.
Yeah. Oh, so you got the version with Leek Hustle. You know, that's the first version I had dropped. And then you got the other one with Courtney Bell. That was the second one. And then the third one come out Friday. That's with Babyface Ray.
Okay, talk about each one in particular, starting off with Leek and how that developed.
All right, so with the first one, which is, that was the one with Leek. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. I ended up dropping it. I ended up dropping it on Instagram and stuff, pushing it, promoting it when I put it out there. And he ended up hearing it. You know what I'm saying? I asked him what you thought about it. Like, man, that boy's fire. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I need to hop on there. He like, say no more. And we got active, you know what I'm saying? He hopped on there, put the verse together, and shit, we was in motion.
Yeah.
The one with Courtney Bell, you know what I'm saying? Kind of the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's bro. You feel me, from the same hood. So we trying to, you know what I'm saying, lead by example and show unity and support each other so we all can be successful. So he hopped on there with no problem, did his thing on there, you feel me? And the one with Babyface Ray, he ended up hopping on there as well. I had contacted him, you know what I'm saying, hollered at him about it, you know what I'm saying, he jumped on it. And it was history from there, bro, you know what I'm saying? He got me the verse back for the same day, you know what I'm saying? So he felt that he liked the song, man, you know, he felt like our brands matched, and we was able to relate to each other on the song, so we you know what I'm saying, we got to work, you feel?
How are you guys able to develop these songs with the separation, you know, of obviously you being away and them being here?
You know, if you know, you know. It's like,
You guys got your recording studios in there?
No, they ain't got no recording studios in here, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when it's a will, it's a way. You feel me?
You know, what do you think that, like, the prisons should, like, they have all these extracurricular things you can do to improve yourself and to, you know, develop skills and in many different ways. Why don't they just add recording studios to the system, do you think?
See, I don't know, man. I would say I ain't trying to be biased none of that, though, but I don't know if they really support our culture, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the music, you feel me? They probably think that's part of the reason why a lot of us locked up, so they ain't, you know what I'm saying? But I think it is like one prison that got studio equipment, but you can't record and send that out to the world, but you only can just basically make beats and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Now, your time inside, has it been easy sailing? Like, have you found comfort there as far as just the people around you and maybe having friends or anything that makes you feel like it's an easier ride?
Man, I kind of been doing this for a long time now, so at this point, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
you have 1 minute remaining.
It's still the same. I'm ready to come home, bro. You know, I ain't really friendly for real. I really be antisocial, but you know, for the ones I did, it is a couple people here from my hood, though. You know, so we all on the same page as far as creating our brand from, you know what I'm saying, from scratch and coming home and winning now. You know what I'm saying, putting everything behind us. You know what I'm saying? But those probably the only people I really talk to. I mean, I'm on the phone, man. I'm on the phone 24/7, like, you know what I'm saying, putting stuff in motion because everything's starting out. So when I get home, I got a platform to take off. You feel me? For
sure. I think we have we're gonna have to recall again to start the next segment of the conversation. But the next segment, we're gonna start talking about the Detroit music scene and your perception on the Detroit music scene once we get back into starting this again. Rolling. So the next set of questions I wanted to talk to you about was your perspective on what's happening in Detroit music right now. And if you do have perspective on it right now, how are you able to hear the music and pick what songs you find replayable?
All right, so how I work in here, man, you know, we got something called a kiosk. You know what I'm saying, a JPay basically. And those songs pop up on there. You know, you search your artists that you want to listen to, or or they pop up like on the front page. And then so what I do is I see an artist I might like, click on this album, and I go through the songs and sample them and see which one that I like the most. You know what I'm saying, and I go from there basically.
Okay, and so when you're listening to this music, what are you picking up from these newer sounds and these newer artists?
Yeah, I see artists kind of evolving more, I should say. You know, like far as like back in the day when I was out there, you know, so you didn't really hear certain songs that had an industry feel like that was universal. But you just had like street bangers, you feel me? But nowadays I see Detroit sound evolving to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? So I like what's going on right now.
What artists do you pay attention to the most in the city?
Right now, the artists that I'm watching the most, man, I gotta say probably like, you know what I'm saying, Babyface Ray, Money, who else? I like what Vezzo doing too. Vezzo doing his thing. I like what he doing. Yeah. So that's one I'm watching right now.
When you're thinking about your life before you had to go away, what music from which artist withstands the relatability to the point that you're at now? That when you're listening to their music now, there's still that relatability from before 2012.
I gotta give it to Boosie. For sure. Yeah, Boosie. Love
Damn.
Boosie.
Okay, so Lil Boosie's still relatable to this day from before you had to go away. That's pretty crazy. When you're hearing Detroit music, since you got to hear it while it was like live and in front of you until now, are you liking the direction that it's going in completely? Like all these new artists, do you appreciate what's happening, or do you hear like a difference that's kind of goes away from Detroit culture a little bit?
Let me see, man. All right, feel like this, right? I don't really listen to too many young artists right now. You feel me? But like I said, the ones that's popping right now, you feel me? I say like it's not going away from the culture. I think it's still in there. I think it's just evolved though. Evolved for sure. Like see, when I was out there, right? When I was out there, you had a lot of groups shooting videos. Just in the crowd, they just stand on the block. You feel me? With what I'm saying, guns and everything, etc. Nowadays, you see real art now. Like they taking you places, you know what I'm saying? You seeing different. They take you to Miami. They taking you outside the city. You know what I'm saying? So I like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Cars and anything that inspire you to to want more out of life. To take your quality of living to another level. You feel me? So that's what I like right now.
Now you're hoping to get out about half of like 10 years earlier than what was proposed from the court system. Hopefully that can happen. When you come back, what are your first plans when you have your first day out? What do you plan to do?
Oh, so on my first day out, man, I definitely got to come and kick it with the family. I've been gone so long, man. So my son, man, he was 2 years old when I left. It's a lot of different things I ain't get a chance to experience with him, due to the fact of me being in prison, man. So that's number one. I got a family for real. So just going home, man, chilling with my family, man, catching up, bro, really having some us time, you feel me? And, I'm going to go shopping, bro. I got to go cut up in the mall for sure. You feel me? I gotta get some old food. I gotta get some good food, bro. I'm so tired of eating this nasty food, so I'm trying to see what the food hitting on out there, man. Just to get right real quick. I'm going to the studio, bro. And for that, I'm trying to get active, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting out this music stuff for so long, man. It's time for me to really take it to another level, and I'm serious. So that's what I'm showing people right now from behind bars. Like, this ain't stopping now. I'm about to show motherfuckers now. Before I even touch down, this is what I'm on. So I got some pressure. I might put it on the streets for sure.
That's it sounds to me like you have it all blueprinted in your mind and you have your head on your shoulders, even though it's obviously demoralizing to go through the experiences that you're going through, even like you're saying with just the food itself, not being able to have a proper meal daily or a meal that you want. It obviously it has to be strenuous. How are you able to manage this uplifting spirit that you have inside? And also when you're talking about your son, how are you able to talk to him and communicate with him and help him, even though you're not able to be here right now and physical, like in front of him?
I got to give all the credit to his mama, man. She an amazing mother, man. You feel me? So being able to have a good bond with her, man, communicate with her is what put me in a position to be able to have one with him. Because like I said, I've been out of his life, for all these years, and she the one who been there with him daily. So she makes sure that me and him have a bond. You know what I'm saying? We good, though. We good. I be on him about school, make sure he focused, man, let him know that, you know what I'm saying? Make sure he don't follow my footsteps. Break down to him, like, what I've been through and how I end up getting in here and how I'm not going to be back in here no more. Just the end of this, you know what I'm saying? So it's his mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? His mama definitely doing her thing.
Now this the kind of question is just out of curiosity from my end of like when you're dealing with the people that were coming to the prison at the same time around you were around that era and watching these newer kids come into the prison system, are you seeing a difference in personnel, maybe mentality or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. You could tell like okay. Like growing up, you feel me? my era, man, you had us like we had motherfuckers smoking weed and stuff like that. You feel me? You could probably have a couple motherfuckers pop pills, but now like you could tell like the drugs out there, you know what I'm saying, had a bigger effect. You know what I'm saying? Like the drugs is more stronger that the kids from that generation is taking more. So when they come here, bro, you can tell like they ain't really got it all for real. I ain't gonna say everybody. Make sure that's clear, but you know what I'm saying, some of the people that come here, you can tell like drugs really been running their life, bro. You feel me? So this be an opportunity for them to come in here and get guidance that they ain't getting in the world. You know what I'm saying? For people like us who've been through that struggle, that can relate to them for real. Like, no, we was really in them trenches for real. So they listen to us, especially when you had a name out there in the streets. They look up to you, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? How was you able to get through what you got through? And I kind of get them the game, man, so they can go through their process smoothly.
Talk a little bit to us about prison reform.
All right. So like I was saying earlier about, you know what I'm saying, the prison reform. See, in here, I don't know what y'all seeing out there, right? But in here, you know, they been talking about passing good time and passing different laws for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? We keep getting let down. Every time we look forward to something, bro, we keep getting let down. Like they keep saying ain't enough signatures. You know what I'm saying? You got certain non-profit organizations that write us and tell us, oh, tell your family and friends to go vote for the good time bill. We need more signatures. They're not passing the bill. We getting stressed out. We tired. Like it's a company called, I want to say MJA. You know, like one of the dudes here is hollering at me. I guess he be talking to the president. I think his name is Jack Wagner or something like that. But he be talking to the president. He like, bro, holler at, you know, see people's in the city who be rapping and see, can y'all put together a meet and greet, you know what I'm saying, so we can start getting our signatures up because we losing the battle when it comes to good time. So that's what we need. As I was saying to you earlier, we need more, like, you know what I'm saying, resources, like people who got influence, big platforms, millions and millions of followers on Instagram to do meet and greets in the city, you feel me? So we can come home, you feel me? So that's what I think about prison reform right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are working on it. Mr. Eddie Bauer is one of the people that's actually helping a lot. When people get out of prison, there's a lot of documents and a lot of courses that he has available for people to kind of work on re-assimilating yourself to society after being away for so long. So there are people that are working on it, fortunately. Do you feel like you're going to be one of the people that when you get out are going to help figure out the prison system and to help people who are ex-convicts or felons or people with prior records or anything like that? Do you feel like you're going to help to push that movement to help them find stability in society?
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's a couple people on here, like I was telling you earlier, I have built certain bonds with. You know, they got more time than me. You know, so we locked in for sure. So when I come home, I'm definitely gonna be helping. You know, helping somebody. You know, we gotta help the people that's closer to you. And if everybody helping somebody that's closer to them, man, you know, we'd be helping, you know, the whole village.
So kind of to finalize everything that we're talking about here, what's your perspective on what you want to bring to the table as far as your own self is concerned, and as far as the people around you? Do you have a group of people that you have individually out here that when you get back into music you have set and ready to go, as far as producers and videographers and a team? I mean, obviously your whole team's right here in front of me. There's like about 10 people sitting here.
You have 1 minute
but
remaining.
talk about how you're going to unite everybody and get this pushed forward so that your story can be told.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. You know, my team out there definitely supporting me 100%, man. So when I touch down, you know, we got a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, other people like managers and everything, et cetera, bro, you know, come behind us. So we definitely going to unite everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my dog Drake, you know, he just walked in, you know, he been supporting me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sitting behind me, my cousin, she been supporting me a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like I said, bro, you know, Mama Grizzly, you feel me? Shout out to her. She supporting me a lot. So we about to come together, you know, Leek Hustle, Courtney Bell. We all about to come together, put that pressure on the streets, you know. So we coming to something different. Ain't even hit, you know? So that's how we doing that.
For sure. Shaq, man, it's been a great conversation with you. Hopefully we see you really soon. We know we got some music dropping on Friday. We got the single dropping on Friday. If you want to talk about that single before the call ends.
Yeah. So the single coming on Friday, man. It's about to go live, man. Me and Babyface Ray, man, about to go up, and we got a video coming by.
Thank you for using GTL.
Damn.
Policy. Thank you for using GTL.
Hey, Shaq, we were talking about the single releasing Friday. If you want to reiterate that one more time for us.
Yeah, for sure. So Friday, that's when we dropping the single. Me and Babyface Ray. Definitely got to tune in, man. We definitely he did his thing on there. You know what I'm saying? So we got that coming. And then we gonna have a cartoon animation video to follow that. You know what I'm saying? We also supposed to have the original video as well with him in there. And so we also did the version with Leek Hustle and Courtney Bell. That's the one my son was in. So he supposed to be dropping that one real soon too. So we coming back to back, bro. You know, I'm putting that pressure on him. Feel me? That's what it is.
For sure. Again, I appreciate you taking this call with us, man. Like I said, hopefully we can see you soon and get the ball rolling with the music. We will, we're promoting this week, so hopefully this helps the single push and hopefully gets your story out. And we look forward to the documentary as well. We're gonna actually be talking to your son, so I guess we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right, for sure, man. I appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We need this type of platform, man. So keep going, man.
Thank you, Shaq. I appreciate that, man.
All right, you too, Brody.
All right. You want to introduce yourself to everybody real quick?
Yeah, I'm Pedro, man.
Okay, and talk about what got you interested in making music.
My dad introduced it to me. I was like 11 years old. He introduced me, and then I was like debating on what I was doing not. And then when we did the music video, it inspired me to like want to make music too.
Talk about the process of the music video.
What you mean, like the process?
Process mean like being involved in it, making the song, being a part of the whole project.
Making the music videos, like I was nervous at first stuff, but then like once I got into it, it was like, oh, I feel like I know how to do it, stuff like that. And like stuff like that, it's like motivation for me too.
Yeah. Now you got to work with one of the biggest artists, in Detroit. How did that feel? Who are you young cats listening to anyway? Like, what are you guys listening to? Who's the poppin' stars for you guys?
I listen to Lil Baby, 42, Skilla, Babyface sometimes, Tee Grizzley.
So you're listening to what all the older guys are. Everybody's listening to that pretty much. So you're hip to the Detroit music scene, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Now for you, now that you're already working with these established artists, what does it mean to you? Do you feel the effects of it? Does it like mean something to you? Because most people aren't able to do what you're able to do at such a young age.
Yeah, just like it's a motivation for me. I want to get out there too. Like when I get older, I want to do this like that, get music videos, do interviews, get money. So like to me, like doing a song Babyface Ray for my dad, it's motivation for me.
You're pretty much gonna be the coolest kid at school.
Basically.
Already's happening, right? This guy's on the Kid Out podcast. He's doing songs with Babyface Ray. His dad's about to come out and kill it. Like, that's pretty insane, right? So, how do you, when you look at artists that you want to kind of not mimic, but when you look and see inspiration from them, which artists do you see inspiration and see that they're living their artistry in a way that's similar to how you would want to live your artistry?
Mostly some of the Detroit rappers like Tee Grizzley, Skilla, Sada Baby, Babyface. Mostly Detroit rappers.
What's been the most the most joyful experience for you working in the entertainment industry so far? What's been the thing that's been the most fun and entertaining to you?
Probably work with the celebrities making music videos.
Yeah. And Skilla Baby was an interesting rise, right? Because that was like a very recent, very new transition from like, he's working till he's signing $3 million deals with Interscope and watching that. Did you see that happening? And like, did you know before he blew up, he was going to blow up?
No, I never heard him to him. Like, he dropped TV Style. That's when I really started listening to him.
Yeah.
I've heard that first song. That's when I started liking him, started listening to the rest of his music.
When you guys are listening to these Detroit rappers, do you fully understand what they're talking about? Do you think you know what they're talking about? Or does it just sound good to you?
Sometimes I know what they talk about. Sometimes.
Talk about your dad's influence on your life itself, like how talking with your dad has influenced who you've become so far.
Him being in the industry, like as a popular artist, like that's motivation for me too. So I can know that I can look at my dad to get me up there because all these other artists like that.
Yeah, and then him talking about motivating you to stay in school and pressing out school. Do you follow that? Even though you're already doing celebrity types things, do you still focus on school as much as you should?
Yeah, I can't come out here and be dumb. You feel me? I gotta know this stuff.
That's funny as hell. Well, it's true too, right? Like you got to be smart as well as be entertaining at the same time. You got to know the back end of everything, right? So, what projects do you have? Do you have only this project coming out, or do you have more projects you're working on?
Yeah, I'm myself. I start rapping too. It's probably this project. If he drop more song, I'll probably do it too. I'm trying to when I start rapping, I want to do a song with him, with my dad.
What do you think you are going to be putting out as an artist? What do you think your main subject matter is going to be for your audience?
Probably to be honest, I don't even know.
You don't know what you're going to talk about yet?
Not yet.
I think he's trying to talk to you.
Yo, what's it do?
Shaq, you trying to talk?
No,
Oh, okay, for sure. So you don't know what you're going to talk about yet. Do you think getting money is a motivating factor?
Yeah, that's too. Staying focused, being consistent, and what I've been through, stuff like that. Put that out too.
When you're talking about what you've been through, what are some of the experiences that you can run us through that can help people understand your message?
Can't say too much.
Can't talk about it, man. So, as far as how old are you right now?
13.
So you're the youngest rapper that's been on this couch for sure. So that's another first. When you're watching people around your age, since Detroit is the highlight of Detroit is rap right now, are a lot of your friends rapping too?
So some of my friends, I don't have friends. We gonna be real. I don't have friends. I see someone rapping, but I don't think they're not good for real. So
when you go to school, you're talking about you don't talk to anybody. You just
I talk to them stuff like that, but I won't call them my friend.
Why?
They weird, it's like that.
Well, once they hear you're doing a song with Babyface Ray, it's gonna get weirder. You know that, right? It's gonna get crazy. You're not gonna be able to walk out of your classroom to another classroom easily. Now, what's your mentality as far as handling your day-to-day life? Because it's just you and your mom right now, right?
No, I got 2 little sisters.
2 sisters too, right?
Yeah.
So are you kind of like the leader in the house, or how did you take the man?
I'm the man in the house.
You're the man in the house, right? That's cool. I mean, I respect that. So that you have to do whatever it takes to make sure that there's resources providing and helping. So do you take any entrepreneurial standpoints? Are you planning on running a business anytime soon, or doing anything like that?
I want to do gaming, you know how Tee Grizzley doing GTA stuff. I want to do that too.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
Not yet. I'm trying to get some stuff before I start doing it.
Yeah.
Get more insight on it.
Yeah, Tee Grizzley opened up a whole new world for everybody. You can play video games and make a ton of money, right? So it's pretty interesting to see that. Now, if you could work with more artists in the industry, who would you think a good collaboration would be?
I'd say probably Skilla, Sada, and 42. Yeah,
Do you feel like you're ready to rap at that level? Do you think with the song coming out, it's going to show your skill set to that level where you can continuously keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you record with?
Should I record at home? Or I can get into the studio with my father, try my dad.
For sure. Have you met anybody that has given you any guidance that's in the industry right now? Any rappers that you've been able to communicate with?
Only Courtney and Leek.
Courtney Bell.
Yeah,
Courtney Bell's doing huge things, man. He just had a soundtrack on the Gran Turismo movie, which is a nationwide movie. He's a spiritual rapper as well. What advice did you get from Courtney Bell?
When we was doing music video, he was telling me keep my head up, don't let nobody drag me down like that.
Yeah, just to keep it pushing, right? The whole team behind you right here, obviously it's motivating when you have a whole group of people supporting you at the same time too, right?
Yeah.
Talk about the people that are here today and how they help motivate you.
We got my uncle over there. He kind of rapping just like that. So when I listen to his stuff, it's motivation too. Mama, she keep me safe, all that stuff like that. Cousin, she doing stuff for me, doing stuff for my dad, stuff like that.
That's cool. Is there anything you want to tell the audience before we sign off?
Keep your heads up. Don't listen to no haters.
Yeah. And on top of that, yeah, I like how you said the no friends thing, because it's you already know you're gonna blow up, right? You already know things are gonna be crazy. So this is the real test to see who can be a friend or not be a friend at this point, right?
Yeah.
To see who can keep in your life and not keep in your life. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you being a part of this. Thank you guys for doing this. This is a first youngest rapper on the couch, and then first person to call from outside of the couch. First person to not be in the studio that's in the studio. It's crazy, man. That's insane. Hopefully we can blow this up and get you guys a story told. Like I said, we're at Parallel Sound Studio, High Low Visual Shootings Productions. We're out.